Welcome to a brand new episode of Radio Ummah 820 with your host Usman Rehman. Now, before I carry on, last week's episode we had Hafiz Nasser Khan. What an amazing response. MashaAllah. Thank you all for tweeting, for messaging, texting. And I apologize. I apologize to many of you on Facebook as well, because a lot of people said we messaged, you didn't read them on air. Honestly, we ran out of time. We really did. And I apologize. I apologize to you all individually, so don't hold it against me. I promised you that today we were going to have a great act, a great artist, a great comedian. MashaAllah, I've known this brother for many, many years. Many years. He's, I've got it written down because I'm dyslexic like that. MashaAllah, he's the winner of the Great Indian Laughter Challenge UK. That's a big deal. That's a big deal, that is. He's also classed as I've said many a time, one of the funniest Asians in the UK. I know that. Like I said, it's not being biased. I've known Mani for many, many years. Alhamdulillah, you know what? By the end of the show, those of you who don't know who he is, you'll definitely get to know. And you'll also get an opportunity to see him live, because inshallah, very soon, there's an event coming up. We'll talk more about it pretty soon. And inshallah, you too can get the details. You can follow him on Facebook. In fact, on Facebook, I am Usman Rehman. That's on Twitter, actually. Usman Rehman Official on Facebook. Send me your messages. I'll read them on air. Tweets, hashtag Radio Ummah 820. Inshallah, I will read them. Don't forget the hashtag. I will read them out on air. You can call us in anytime during the show. And without further ado, Mr. Mani Liaqat, make a soneo salam kehne.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jannatul halal, dozukul haram. Thu.
Yeah, I think, okay, yeah, chute peg. How you been?
Alhamdulillah, I can't complain, mashallah.
First of all, I realize you're a very busy man. I know how busy you've been, and I'd like to personally thank you very much on behalf of Radio Ummah 820 and the viewers for coming in.
Thank you.
We realize how busy you've been. You've been so busy. It takes you 2 days to get back on a text message. Kya baat hai,
Alhamdulillah, because I'm too busy eating. I'm a professional eater.
I wish I had that metabolism. I'm anorexic.
I don't have a metabolism. I just eat.
Bless you. How's family? How's everything else?
Alhamdulillah, I can't complain, mashallah. Everybody's very okay, very happy, and I think so. If they're watching, hello, assalamu alaikum. And I've got some guests over from America, so that was the other thing. So I apologize that I'm here.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Exactly. So when I get back home, I hope they're watching. I hope they're waiting for me.
Inshallah.
You know, can I just say something? First of all, I got so many surprises when I got here. Your producers, your other team, mashallah, I've worked with them before.
Mashallah.
But I'm so proud to see you doing great. And this is from the bottom of my heart, of course, even though my heart doesn't have a bottom.
Mashallah, floating.
It's floating.
Kya baat hai? Kya baat hai?
Like, it's so nice to see you, mashallah, doing so well.
You know?
And it means a lot to me. And thank you so much for the invitation. I want to say thank you, before I forget, obviously, to the Ummah team as well. They're doing a fantastic job, bringing talent like you.
Yeah, make your talent. Talent is here. The talent is here, and it comes in a big, large supply.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
More the merrier. It's more of me to love.
A lot of people don't know we've actually known each other for many years.
Yes, we have.
When I was doing music, I still do music, but when I was doing non-Islamic music, you actually presented and hosted many of the shows.
I think I did the first ever performance you did in Nawab.
In Nawab.
Yes, and you were like you were blossoming, and I thought, wow, look, who's this kid? And I said to him, please, just carry on. Just whatever you do, make sure you don't stop. Remember, I hope you remember these words.
You do. I remember you saying that. I remember we had a few encounters. I remember the very first one that you just mentioned in Nawab, actually.
Because mashallah, you're a very big fan of Allah Bakshi Ustad Nusrat Ali Khan Sahab, the king of Sufi music.
And I know you are.
Yeah, so that's why we started talking, and it was you and Hasnan, I remember that time.
Yes.
You teamed up.
Yes, we did, mashallah. Yes, it was. We actually met through a couple of mutual friends in Manchester, I remember. And it blossomed from there. So thank you very much. ये दोस्ती निभाने के लिए क्या बात है आपकी यार?
दोस्ती क्या बात है? देखिए, इंसान की जो असल चीज़ है, the main thing is that akhlaq is more than anything else. That's our Nabi Pak Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You know, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he was, I mean, he is for us, of course. He's the zakhira of akhlaq. If you want to learn something of his greatest personality, is akhlaq.
That's it.
So, you know, and if you get it right the first time, doesn't matter where you go.
Beshak. I've always said this, and it's funny you've actually taken the words right out of my mouth. Rasulullah before, even before Nabuwwat was given to them, what did they show? Adab, akhlaq. That's all they showed.
देखो यार जो अदब है ना वो इल्म से बड़ा है.
बेशक, बेशक.
Subhanallah, हैं?
क्या बात है?
And especially being Sufis myself and yourself.
I know, yaar.
So adab comes first. And there's a lot of people who love people.
Yes.
But there's not a lot of people who respect people.
Beshak. True.
So respect them before you love them.
Beshak. I like that. I like that. We'll be getting a lot of these one-liners from him. Believe it or not, he drops some. And you know, sometimes I think to myself, even if my dhyan agar mera aage piche bhi ho jana, I swear he brings me back. That one line, whatever it is, he drops. Acha, I'm going to get straight into it.
Ji.
MashaAllah, we all know you're well, I know you're a comedian. That's first and foremost, because that's what I've always known you as. You're also a presenter. You're also an actor.
Yes.
You've done films and you've also done dramas as well.
Of course.
But comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this coming from a singer. I'm a live artist.
Yeah.
It's difficult singing in front of a live audience.
Yes.
But 10 times more difficult than what I do is what you do.
Absolutely.
What made you get into comedy other than the fact that you're funny?
Funny looking, of course.
क्या बात है आपकी? क्या बात है?
And yeah, if you listen to my heart, and to be honest with you, I feel that talent is a gift from Allah, and doing something with that talent is a gift back to Allah.
Yes.
It's like I give you an example. If I give you something as a present, and like a watch or like a ring or like a shirt, and if you wear it, how good will I feel? Vice versa. If you've given me something, if you give me this scarf and I wear it, you think, यार इसने मेरे gift की कदर की है.
क्या बात है?
So as long as you're doing the right thing and following the right path, I think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has got, I think He's created the humor in everybody, in everything. Allah Ta'ala ने इतने रंग पैदा किए हैं, Allah Ta'ala ने इतने different लोग पैदा किए हैं, इतने different color की चीज़ें पैदा की हैं. Why? This is exactly what humor is. You will never hear anybody saying, oh, you've got a sense of music, or you say sense of humor. Because humor is the only thing that actually makes sense.
Beshak.
So I had it in me, and the credit goes to, I have to say, my lovely, my darling, she's my life, my sister. I love my mom, of course, like my sister really pushed me. And my family, as much as I love them and they love me, they still think it's not something I should do or pursue as a career, because you know basically what we see is the bank accounts and the other things.
Yeah.
However, I cannot describe, I cannot explain to them the way I feel as an entertainer, as a comedian. I could just do one show a year, and if that one show I've made people laugh, it's enough for me to survive on that. So I cannot express that.
That's the passion.
Alhamdulillah, if you take passion out of anything, what do you have left?
Haq.
You know, your imagination is far more superior than execution of something. Imagination is the most amazing thing. This is it. You've never seen Allah.
Beshak.
है ना? But you imagine Allah. You feel Allah.
You feel His presence. Yaqeen hai. Iman hai.
Hope is weak. Faith is strong. You know? And I have a faith. Inshallah, I know I will make it one day.
Inshallah.
Doesn't matter how long it takes. A normal building takes 2 to 3 months to build. A palace takes ages.
You know what you just said there, Mani, is 100%. I agree with you. I totally follow that theory of yours. I've always, in the past when I've been interviewed, I've said the same things, only because I believe the same things. What you just said now about having that, you know, that quality. The quality, that's what it is, it's the quality. You have to have that core, concentrated quality. I know when I was doing music before, people used to say to me, you know, why don't you go with so-and-so, ya iske saath, ya uske saath, jao, ya tera time kyun nahi aaya? Why are you concentrating too much on the singing or on what you do, rather than pushing yourself out?
Yeah.
And I always thought to myself, how can I answer this question? And then I watched a film, Tare Zameen Par. And you know, Amar Khan actually said it. He said, Beta Kabil bano Kabil. कामयाबी पीछे आ जाएगी लेकिन काबिल बनो.
It's not about success, because remember one thing, success means what? Nobody can answer it.
No.
If somebody who's the most richest person around, but he hasn't got his parents, he hasn't got his kids, so what is success to him? But if you look at the way it is, for me success is happiness. My happiness comes before anything. Yeah. So alhamdulillah, follow excellence, success will follow you. But if you go for success, you won't be unique, you won't be different. So with comedy, comedy is the hardest thing to do, especially stand-up comedy. Even though I can do sitting down, I don't have to stand up.
No, I don't believe it.
It takes ages for me to stand up.
Acha, obviously, like he says, coming into it is very difficult, very challenging.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
Who writes your material? I'm guessing yourself, but I'm going to
Yeah.
ask you anyway, because these are questions which, by the way, viewers have sent in. I'm not asking these questions.
No problem.
So adab se mujhe पूछना भी है.
Bilkul, bilkul, and I love them. Thank you very much. Ask me, ring me, talk to me, text me, whatever.
Yeah,
I want to
call us
answer
in.
the questions.
So what your material? How do you write that, and how do you base it? How, I mean, in what perspective? How do you put it? How are you going to project it?
Yeah.
How does it all work?
It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
How do you do it?
This is something again going back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I don't know, it happens. Yeah. And it's like the Picasso. Picasso used to say, when I see a canvas, my hand just works according to the canvas.
Yeah.
This is again going back to imagination. Remember, the roots are your imagination. Secondly, you need to get inspired. You need to get into the habit of getting inspired. Usman, there is nothing in this world which has not been repeated. What
True.
makes it different is your style.
That's very true.
It's your own, you know, it's like saying हर बंदे को माँ का प्यार, माँ की दाल, माँ के चावल, माँ की हर चीज़ बड़ी पसंद है. क्यों? क्योंकि हम जब इतने से थे, जब बल्कि हम माँ के पेट में थे, तब से माँ हमें फीड कर रही है. तो वो टेस्ट हमें लग जाता है.
True.
So I always say, invest, research your passion, your enthusiasm, and look for new things.
Yeah.
You need to have an eye, which is not just limited. People say, look out of the box. I say, there isn't a box. So
You are the box.
Maybe a round box or not a square
Well,
box.
actually, you know, that comes to one of my you know, being...
I hope I've answered the question, because when I talk, I just carry on.
You know,
talking.
I don't even remember, but it doesn't matter. I hope you got the answer. Acha, the first gig that you did,
Yes.
do you remember that?
Of course I do.
Where was it and how was it?
It was in my house.
No, yaar.
He has to.
You never called me.
Charity begins at home.
Unfriend me after this program. You didn't tell me.
No, forget it. Let's do it in the now. Because I might forget.
I might forget. All right, so how did that go for you?
Remember one thing, the most beautiful thing in this world is my mother's smile.
MashaAllah. Beshak.
So that was my first gig. When I knew I could make her laugh, I thought, you know what, that's
Oh, so is that how it started for you? It started at home?
That is my first gig, bro. Yeah, no problem. I have to admit, I have to say it. And like I says, my sister, mashallah, God bless her, and she's my inspiration. She's really helped me. My other two brothers, mashallah, Fahad and Saad, they're very funny. They're like, without them knowing, they're very funny, annoyingly funny actually. So they really inspire me. And mashallah, my friends, yaar, you don't have to look very far.
True.
Look within you, around you. हम कहते हैं यार मैंने अमेरिका में को ढूंढा, मैंने सऊदीया में को ढूंढा, पाकिस्तान में को ढूंढा. यार जो तुम्हारे घर में है ना, पहले उनको देखो. You have to look at them first.
True.
So they have inspired me non-stop. They still do. And I hope I live up to their expectations.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Because they expect, as you grow as a person,
Yeah.
as an artist, people's expectations grow on you.
Well, this is more around that at some point. There's not many Asians in comedy in the UK.
Not Pakistani Muslim Asians, yes.
Not Pakistani Muslim Asians. Thank you.
To be precise.
Not Pakistani Muslim Asians in the UK.
Yes.
Now you, like we said, you
and
you won-
Europe.
In Europe, yeah, in Europe for that matter. And you've obviously won Laughter Challenge UK. And how many people went for
20,000 people applied. It was 2009, I remember.
Yeah.
And I was another friend of mine, Bano Ali. She's an amazing makeup artist. So and fantastic. She's a Muslim lady, of course.
Okay,
and I think she's another person that you should invite on your show as
Inshallah,
well.
yeah.
If she's listening, hello, and watching, of course, because it's radio, so I sometimes forget it's not going to come on TV.
Yeah, it's
you know, this is what me and Nav, my business partner, Pro Elite Entertainment. So we were just thinking about it. यार एने क्या है रेडियो मैं सारे नु क्या स्काई दा चैनल है पता नहीं रेडियो
यार people say to me what frequency is it I say 820 they say on the radio I say no on
is
TV.
it FM I got a message saying is it FM or is it the what's the other one
ये सब नाटक है हैं जी ये अकेले नहीं करते हम भी करते हैं ये सब नाटक है ये नहीं चलता है जी
ये सब तुम्हारा कर्म है आका
के बात अब तक बनी हुई है क्या बात है
So basically this show I'm doing is called Comedy Takeaway 2.
Okay.
And I'm bringing obviously myself, Atif Nawaz, Salman Malik, they both mashallah Pakistani background, and Hyde Panasar is our Sikh brother, and Rahul Kohli is our Indian brother. Of course, again, I'm not sure if he's Hindu or he's, so obviously I never
God bless him either way.
God bless him either way. But he's human.
Yeah.
All of us have one thing in common. We have a same creator.
Ye to hai.
Yeah? So we can all say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made us. And the idea here is to bring a comedy night because there's not much happening around comedy, especially in Manchester, I would say. And secondly, every other week, and I'm not saying this in a patronizing way, every other week you see a new singing artist. Yeah. But you not see a comic or comedian. I'm still very niche. When I applied, got shortlisted for the Great Indian Laughter Challenge, 20,000 people applied. And believe it or not, on the same panel that I won the show, mashallah, my mother was there, my sister, my brother was there, my other friends were there. I was the only Pakistani Muslim there, still. Okay. So I was like, and it puts more pressure on you.
Yeah, of course.
Because you have to prove yourself even more.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because if me and you have a competition, I'm just saying, we don't, because you're far more better than I am in any league.
I've heard you sing. In fact, I want you to sing at some point. Go on.
Lekin, it's a competition between us. It's a competition between Pakistani, Muslim, whatever. Yeah. But you're against Indians, you're against, and they take their art very seriously.
Yeah, they do.
You should give credit where it's due.
Of course,
and they are fantastic when it comes to making a program, creating a program, and obviously giving the talent to the people. They've invested 60, 70 odd years in a brand called Bollywood. Brother, you can put Bollywood on this pen now, it will sell.
It will, because of the brand.
Because of the brand itself. It's all about branding and all that. Anyways, I won't get into that. So
I was going to say, you the PR consultant ban gaya.
Oh, nahi, gal nahi hai. Yaar, pata ki gal hai? I've done so much, unbelievable.
Mashallah.
I do a lot of research, I read a lot, I listen a lot.
That's good, it's good. It helps you.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because I know, inshallah, when I make it, at least I want to be prepared for that, I have made it already.
You're going to remember me.
Listen, I have to forget to remember you.
We're doing it again now. I love the one-liners, yaar. Kya baat hai aapki? So I should be writing this down.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to forget you, so I don't have to remember you. If you were a woman, we would have got married after the show, you know that, don't you? Anyways, Ummah Channel, Mani, Ummah Channel.
Radio Ummah 820. Radio 820. Not on radio, on TV.
Sorry. Yeah, it's TV as well.
It's TV.
I'm just glad that in a small camera like this and a TV like this, I can fit in,
No, that's why we put it on the other side of the hall. Lekin hai rahe. Pata kya, ye bhi bahut badi baat hai ki ye bhi Allah ka karam hai.
Ye Allah ka karam hai aaka ke baat ab tak badi.
Yaar, I should have used that as the backing track for this whole interview.
I think you should. This is only your second show, innit? Third show, mashallah. So there we go, you're learning.
Inshallah, definitely. Yaar, kuch na kuch karenge. I will take away something from money.
So yeah, I won the competition.
Okay.
And mashallah, my winning prize was to go to India and perform. I signed at that time a few films, but unfortunately Bombay attacks happened. Because I'm a Pakistan born, they cancelled. And by the way, this is the first time I've ever said this on live on TV. And it was a very painful time for me. Very, very. I do remember that time I lost a lot of weight. Even though it doesn't matter, the more the merrier. It's more of me to love. I just need to find a greedy woman. But thing is, it's just...
Ladies, sisters, those who are single, you can call in. You can follow him on Facebook.
You don't have to be single. You could be double. You still call in. I can't really complain about being single, can I? No. But thing is, yeah, and it was a very hard time for me. And I must say there were a few friends around, my family, my sister again, mashallah. May Allah bless her, long life and health.
Ameen.
And then she was there for me, my rock, my mother. And my friend, obviously, Nav, again, he's supported me again. And he's, mashallah, he's put his hard-earned money into this. It's our entertainment company, by the way, Crowley Entertainment. However, for somebody to put money in me and my show, I owe him for the rest of my life, really, because it's about not just giving opportunity, but creating opportunity. Because I know I was very niche. And when I started doing comedy, Urdu, Punjabi, English, mashallah, I'm the only comedian at the moment here, or one of them, who I can do a full set in Urdu, Punjabi and English. Alhamdulillah. And remember, I'm not born here. English is not my mother tongue.
When did you come here? If you don't mind me asking, now that you've brought it up.
As long as you don't give that information to UK
I won't give it to... UK viewers, turn off now. Acha ji baat kare.
Cut. I came in 2000.
2000, mashallah.
Yeah, mashallah, I was about 16 stones, yeah.
Oh, you did quite well for yourself.
Yeah. So, I'm 26 now.
That's not bad at all. Considering the time frame. So in that time, mashallah, you've picked up English in such a manner that you can't even tell that you.
Really?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't be able. I would not have known had you not told
Wow.
me. Class,
That's a compliment.
No, seriously, and you know what, mashallah,
I'm going to buy a very nice top for you from Barry New Road.
Thank you. Now that we've said that, you know what, 2 or 3 in mind. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
Which fake brand do you like?
Cheetah mein lekar jaoge. Acha, now, obviously, coming from Pakistan in 2000, coming to this country, picking up the language, being able to go on stage with that sort of charisma, that sort of passion and the confidence that you need,
Alhamdulillah,
to go on. How would you compare that to, because clearly in Pakistan you must have listened to some comedians, koi honge aapke favorite, dekhte honge, sunte honge. Have you had any influences from them? Did you used to watch them? Anyone in particular that
Again, my family, I've got a few characters, very funny characters.
Oh, so it's again at home.
Definitely. You has to, yaar. You has to. Look, mashallah, you did whatever you did because you saw someone maybe singing or miming in the kitchen, in the bedroom, while driving. You know, this, your child is like, you know, it's like you drawing a canvas. Yeah? Your child is like a canvas. It's up to you what to draw in it or on it.
Similarly, what did you draw in your canvas?
Exactly. My mother she's an institute. I learned the basics of life from her. I learned everything from her. I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk. But you know, the flip side to this is a lot of people say a lot of things to mothers, but let me just make something clear. When a child is born, a mother is born as well.
Kya baat hai?
At the same time.
That's true.
Yeah? And my mother, mashallah, she knows me 9 months more than anybody else does. Remember? So I think mothers are amazing when it comes to differentiating between personalities of their children.
Kya baat hai? That's true.
Yeah? So they are superhumans. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us. And I think every human has a superpower given. You just need to find it. And the best way to find it is through your parents.
Through your parents.
So please, I always say, I'm not a parent as yet, but I cannot wait. I've got...
You will be, and we're going to come back to you. We're going to head to a short break. Join us after the break, inshallah. Radio Ummah 820. We're going to keep going. This is going to keep getting better and better. Stay tuned.